Yes, today we are going to discuss about the neurotransmitters. So, neurotransmitters are the chemical substances released by the neurons. The end of the neurons or terminal axon part, they are going to release and helps for the transportation of the nerve impulse from one neuron to the another neuron. These chemical substances are packed in the terminal knobs in the form of vesicles or synaptic vesicles. So, myself, Dr. Muralidhar Badigir, HOD and Professor, Department of Sharirachana, Grameen Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. First, we are going to discuss about the definition of the neurotransmitter. So, the neurotransmitter is the chemical substance released by the terminal lobes of the neuron that act as a mediator for the transmission of the nerve impulse from one neuron to another neuron. See, this is the one neuron, this is another neuron. See, nerve impulse is coming here and stimulated to the synaptic vesicles, and that synaptic vesicles are broken down and release the neurotransmitters. That neurotransmitters carries the impulse from first neuron to the second neuron. See, this is the neuron terminal knobs and release the green color neurotransmitters that carries the information from first neuron to the another neuron. See, it is a neurotransmitter is a chemical substance, or in some textbook it is given as a chemical messengers. So these are called chemical messengers. They should definitely released by the terminal knobs of the neurons, and they should act as a mediator for the transmission of the nerve impulse. The three words are very important. One is chemical substances released by the terminal knobs and act as a mediator. So, by this taking all these things, we can define in short, neurotransmitter is a chemical substance released by a terminal lobes of the neuron and act as a mediator for the transmission of the nerve impulse from one neuron to another neuron. Here I mentioned one neuron to another neuron, but it may be one neuron to the muscle. There is a, in case of the neuromuscular junction also, the nerve impulse is transmitted from the neuron to the muscle. And also another neuroglandular junction. So from the one neuron to the gland also, the nerve impulse is transporting or transmission takes place by the help of the neurotransmitter. It means the neurotransmitters may plays an important role from one neuron to another neuron, or one neuron to the muscle, or one neuron to the gland. So whatever the it may be, it involves in the transmission of the nerve impulse from one neuron to the another neuron. So next we are going to discuss about the classification of the neurotransmitters. Classification of the neurotransmitters are mainly two types. First classification based on or according to the chemical nature. It may be amines or amino acids or peptides. According to that chemical composition or chemical nature, they are classified. And according to the functions means here the some of the neurotransmitters are act as a excitatory and some of the neurotransmitters act as a inhibitory. According to that their function, they are classified. First we are going to discuss about according to the chemical nature. According to the chemical nature, the neurotransmitters are classified into amino acids, amines, neuropeptides and others. First we are going to discuss amino acids. So these amino acid group of neurotransmitters are very fast synaptic transmission. So they involve in the fast synaptic transmission. They may be inhibitory or excitatory. Example, GABA, glycine, glutamate, aspartate. Another group is neurotransmitters, that is called amines. Amines are nothing but the modified amino acids. So these are also involved in the slow synaptic transmission. They may be inhibitory or excitatory. Example, adrenaline, noradrenaline, dopamine, serotonin and histamines. And some of the substances are there, they are neuropeptides. These are the special type of the protein type, that is neuropeptides among them. In some textbook they are given this neuropeptides as a neuromodulators also. Neurotransmissions means they are transmitting the impulse from one neuron to another neuron, but neuromodulators are transmission and also modify the signal, so they are called neuromodulators. But as for the anatomy, the neuropeptides are considered as a they are one group of the neurotransmitters. So they are substance P, endorphin and the enkephalin. And Other group means we are classified into four groups. Some of the neurotransmitters are not sitting in above criteria, then they are considered as a separately. One is acetylcholine, another one is the nitric oxide. So another classification, the classification according to the function. According to the function, the neurotransmitters are classified into mainly three groups. One is excitatory neurotransmitters, inhibitory, and both. Excitatory neurotransmitters are, they are excited or stimulates to the next neuron. Inhibitory means they are inhibit the next neuron, and both means according to the situation, according to the some programs, some of the times they act as a stimulatory and sometimes they act as a inhibitory, so they are called as a both. So in the excitatory group, acetylcholine, nitric oxide, histamines, and glutamate and aspartate, so these are the excitatory neurotransmitters. And inhibitory there will be GABA, glycine, dopamine, and serotonin. Here GABA means gamma aminobutyric acid, and in the both group adrenaline and the noradrenaline. So these are the functional classification. So one by one important neurotransmitters we are going to discuss. So the first one is the name of the neurotransmitter, second column site of the secretion, third one is the action. First, the name of the neurotransmitter is acetylcholine. In the medical science, the first neurotransmitters are invented or identified by the scientist is acetylcholine. This is acetylcholine is the most abundant neurotransmitter found in the human body. Most of the part it is acetylcholine is found. Mainly it is found in the neuromuscular junction, nerve and the muscle junction, and central nervous system, and plays an important role in the sympathetic and parasympathetic ganglia. So they are related to the autonomic nervous system. Straight away we can say acetylcholine is present in neuromuscular junction, CNS, and ANS, that is the autonomic nervous system. So this is the excitatory neurotransmitter. Second one is the nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the neurotransmitter found in the neuromuscular junction, CNS, and GIT. And also it is specially present in case of the genital system, neuromuscular junction of the genital system. So this nitric oxide is synthesized by the arginine. So this nitric oxide act as a neurotransmitter, and it helps for the excitatory, and it stimulates for the genital organ, and erection of the genital organ takes place when it nitric oxide is released. Next one is the histamines. Histamines of the hypothalamus, they are synthesized by the hypothalamus, GAT, and the mast cells. So then they act as a excitatory. And another one is glutamate. Glutamate is the most of the CNS part is glutamate, and it is also excitatory. And aspartate, it is also found in the retina and CNS. It is also act as a excitatory. And next, inhibitory neurotransmitters. The inhibitory neurotransmitter, first one is a GABA. GABA means gamma aminobutyric acid. It is synthesized in the central nervous system, retina, and act as a inhibitory. A glycine, it is also found in the CNS, especially retina, and it is also act as a inhibitory. And dopamine is mainly found in the midbrain and the sympathetic ganglia, so it acts as a inhibitory. Midbrain means here it is found in the substantia nigra of the midbrain. And next one is a serotonin. Serotonin is found in the CNS and GIT, gastrointestinal tract, and the lungs. It acts as a inhibitory. And some of the neurotransmitters I already told, they act as a both. One is the adrenaline and another one is the noradrenaline. Adrenaline is released by the thalamus, hypothalamus, and also adrenaline gland. And noradrenaline is central nervous system, most of the part of the central nervous system, and postganglionic sympathetic neuron. These two neurotransmitters act as a according to the situation, stimulatory or excitatory or inhibitory. Come to the point, the applied anatomy. Applied anatomy means here first is Alzheimer's disease. So Alzheimer's disease is the one of the disease related to the old age persons. According to the age advances, 60, 70 years, usually what is going to happen? Degenerative changes in the brain. So according to the degenerative changes in the brain, there is a disturbance in the acetylcholine, then that leads to the Alzheimer's disease. The main symptoms in the Alzheimer's disease is the loss of memory, a progressive loss of the memory. There is another disease that is called Parkinson's syndrome. So Parkinson's syndrome is the due to the deficiency of dopamine. So if the dopamine disturbance is there, then the disease, it leads to the Parkinson. This Parkinson's disease is also a old age problem. It is also it's going to occur in the old age. In this, the main symptoms is involuntary movement of hand and the head. So these movements are not under their control. Continuously they are shaking of the hand, shaking of the head. So this is called a Parkinson's disease. Example, if you are given the cup of tea in their hand, the hand is not under the control, that is moving continuously. So that is the involuntary movements of the hand. Then another one is the pain inhibitor. I think pain is transported to the brain through three mechanisms. First one is the peripheral part to the spinal cord, and spinal cord to the thalamus, and thalamus to the cerebral cortex. But here serotonin is the one of the neurotransmitter act as a pain inhibitor here. So the pain inhibitor means the pain is first transported from the spinal cord, the peripheral part to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, serotonin is released, then it inhibits the pain pathway. And next is the nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the another neurotransmitter, so which is involved in the erection of the external genital organ. And next one is the pain pathway. So pain pathway is inhibited by serotonin, but properly transported to the spinal cord to the brain by the substance P. And there is another enkephalin and endorphin. These are the neurotransmitters. These act as a natural painkiller in the spinal cord. They are going to inhibit the substance P. When they are inhibiting the substance P, then they act as a natural painkillers. So this is about the neurotransmitters.